I'm here this morning with Andrew Bailey, star of a one-man show called Limbo. Hi, Andrew.
Hello.
So welcome back to another Vancouver Fringe Festival on world-famous Granville Island. Nice to see you again.
Nice to be back.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your show, and perhaps this is connect with previous shows you've done here.
Yes, the show is called Limbo. I solved the meaning of life in the first minute, then I unsolved it for the next 49. It's connected, to the two shows I've done before here, Putz and Scrupulosity. Both were quite successful here and on tour. It's directed by Brett Small, who directed me in Scrupulosity, and she's also was co-director of Legoland, which was winner of the Critics' Choice Award in 2006. And both me and Brett are members of Atomic Vaudeville, which is a pretty well-known theater company. So this show, it's standalone. You can certainly watch it without having seen the other shows, but if you have seen the other shows, it is actually thematically and structurally, like dramatically, it's a trilogy. So this is it's actually the middle one, because Putz, the theme is sexuality, which I thought was an easier sell than the meaning of life, and it sort of it sounds like my head's up my own asshole for this show when I say that, and I do make note of that, and I am quite aware of that, so don't be like, that guy's head's way up his own asshole, solving the meaning of life and that kind of, I'm aware, I know, and I make fun of myself and it, so it's light, but it's serious as well.
How's the show been going this year so far on the Fringe?
Well, this is actually my first actual Fringe festival. Intrepid Theatre, who run the Victoria Fringe and Uno Festival, asked me to put the show on for Uno. So I premiered it this year at the Victoria Uno Festival, and it went really well. I got good responses from both audiences and critics, so I can't ask for much more than that. And I also did a one-off show fundraising for the food bank of St. John's Church, which is a church I grew up going to, and they have an emergency food service for the street people of Victoria and the poor people of Victoria, and so I did that show where all the proceeds went to that service.
Does most of your repertoire include one-man shows, or have you collaborated with other theater companies or other actors along the line?
The ones that I've toured for Fringe are those are the three shows I've done. They're all solo shows, but with Atomic Vaudeville, it's like a 30-person venture.
Right.
I've certainly worked on shows that are more than one person. I actually tried to write Putz as a two-person show, and then I decided that it didn't work. So I did it by myself.
Is this show for all audiences? Can you recommend a certain type of audience that might go for your show this time around?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't want to bring little children to it. It's a bit probably a bit too old for them, and it does have some swear words, and it does have some sort of adult themes, but if you have a mature, younger teenager, it'd probably be okay with it, and sort of anyone older than that. And it's if you want to both cry and laugh, I guarantee you both of those things will happen.
Excellent.
My show.
Well, your show is playing at the Waterfront Theatre
Right.
on Granville Island for this year's Fringe Festival. Thank you very much for your time, and have a great Fringe.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome.